What you know about love? Tell me what you know about. What you know about love? What you know about love? What you know about love?
Welcome back to the channel. Struggle Streaming with BK. Hey y'all, I did it again. Y'all know me, the king of you need to go into Bond No.9 store, or you need to go to Saks, right? Don't buy secondhand market. You know what I did, y'all? I got my second tester, the second tester of my life, and I'm kind of impressed. And I saved the pretty penny. All right. So in this video, we're gonna talk about one of Bond No.9's newest fragrance. I think it is their newest one. It came out a few months ago, back in October, and that fragrance is Bond No.9's Chelsea Nights. And that review is coming up next after the intro. All right. I'll see y'all in about 10 seconds. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get it. What up, y'all? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Hey, y'all, hold on, water break already. Thanks for being here. Welcome back to the channel. Like I said before, today we're gonna talk about Bond No.9's Chelsea Nights. All right. Before we get into Chelsea Nights, gotta do my begging. Y'all know what time it is. All right. Trying to grow the channel. Only way to grow the channel is with y'all help. And if y'all here again, I'm assuming you like the content. So take a little time. Please take a little time and hit that little like button. And hit that subscribe button if you ain't hit that. But definitely hit that like button and share. Because the only way to grow the channel is to get it out to more people. And since my channel is small and starting off, the only way I can get it out to other people, well, not me, but the YouTube algorithm gets it out to other people, is if you hit that like button. So go ahead, hook a brother up. We're going to take 5 seconds. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to hit that like button? All right, let's go. Bam. 5. All right. Hope y'all hit that like button. All right. Now, let's get into Chelsea Nights, right? We're going to start this one off with a BK story time, all right? So story time. I was in Saks Fifth Avenue. Yeah, I know, that's why I go to get my Bond No.9 unless I'm ordering it directly from the Bond No.9 store. Shout out to Angela. But I'm in Saks. Well, actually I was at Somerset Mall to get some other stuff, but whenever I'm in Somerset, y'all know I'm gonna go by Saks and check out the Bond No.9 selection. So I'm going by. This was a couple months ago, and I had saw the commercials for this, and I wasn't able to get my nose on it through any samples I had got. So I was eager to try this. So I go in, I directly ask for this. Y'all want to smell that Chelsea Nights? Spray it on the card. I smell it. I'm like, all right, this kind of all right. You know, this kind of all right. Nothing special. And it reminded me of something. And I immediately thought, Bond No.9 New York Nights. That's even my first inkling when I first smelled it, New York Nights. And for those who follow the channel and see my reviews, if you watch my New York Nights review, I'm not too nice to New York Nights. If you put it any type of way, you know, I tend to love my Bond No.9s, but I'm not very fond of New York Nights. At least not the opening. Now the dry down to New York Nights is nice. So if you can stick around for it, it's nice. But this immediately off the card, when she sprayed it on, it immediately reminded me of New York Nights, just off the rip. Took the card, put it in my pocket, all that good stuff. Didn't think about it. I think later on that evening when I got home, or when I was settling down for the day, but it was hours later. It had to be like 4 or 5 hours later. Reaching into my pocket, and I still had the little spray-on card in my pocket. I'm like, dang, all right. Pulled it out. I was about to throw it in the garbage, and I gave it a smell. Oh, this is nice. Double. Whoa. Wait. Right. So I got all into it, smelling it. The dry down was really nice. And New York Nights has a nice dry down, but 4 or 5 hours later. And I really like New York Nights dry down. This didn't it didn't come off as feminine as New York Nights when I first smelled it, but it was a similar. It reminded me of it. It triggered it, but the dry down is so much better than New York Nights, and I like New York Nights dry down, but the Chelsea Nights is so much better. Okay, I guess it's time we get into some notes. All right. Starting off, when you spray this on. Oh, wait. Test. Might as well do the test, y'all. Y'all already know I sprayed this on several hours ago. Still smelling good. Because it's in the dry down phase. Double tap. What we get? It's a little wet. All right. So, that opening, it still does remind me of the New York Nights, but I immediately get some amber and a strong dose of saffron when you first open this up. Definitely some saffron. Some cacao and amber. Those are the main three notes I get when I open this up, right? That saffron is strong, and that amber, even though the amber is considered a base note in here, I can definitely smell it when you first spray it on. Now, the notes in this the top notes are hazelnut, saffron, the cacao. The mid notes are oud, tuberose, and some cedar wood. The base notes, we got vanilla, some amber. What am I forgetting? Suede and patchouli. And if you follow my page, y'all know I love some oud. I love some stinky patchouli. I love some amber. And this also has some rose in it. I think I said in the mid notes. I don't know if I mentioned it or not. I probably did. I don't have to go back and look. But it has some rose in it. And y'all know I'm not a floral person, but I love rose, right? Some stinky rose, like some stinky patchouli. But it smells good, especially when it's in the base notes. I don't like the florals when they open up on my top notes. That it, them type of fragrance I tend to avoid. Yeah, I got a dry throat. I got a dry throat, so y'all bear with me. But like I said, the opening of this, you get a lot of saffron, and it reminds me of the jasmine in the New York Nights. It just it's don't take this the wrong way, y'all. It's zesty. It's a zesty opening for Chelsea Nights. The opening isn't my favorite, as y'all heard from Storytime. The opening ain't my favorite. And because of the saffron and the amber, how it opens, even the cacao, it opens feminine. This is billed as a unisex fragrance. It's definitely a unisex fragrance, fellas. Like for the dudes out there. Definitely unisex. You definitely can pull this off. You don't have to worry about that. Even though the bottle is purple and pink, zesty. Even though the bottle is a little zesty and the fragrance opens a little zesty, it's definitely a unisex fragrance. It just leans feminine. This is more 60-40, maybe 65-35. But a man will have no problem after you get through that opening spray of pulling this off. And I know the internet loved New York Nights But from my comments on my New York Knights video, it was a lot of men that felt the way I did about New York Knights. I had one gentleman tell me I was being too nice to the New York Knights. But this is a better version of New York Knights. The original, like I said, when I first smelled it, the opening reminded me of New York Knights. The dry down reminded me of Tribeca. Okay? So that's that hazelnut, that cacao, and that vanilla. This fragrance, if I was going to, off the top of my head, it doesn't smell like just New York Nights, and it doesn't smell like Tribeca, but it smells like a cross of it. It smells like, the opening smells like you sprayed. It smells like you sprayed Tribeca on and then came across it with the New York Knights, right? And I know I went and tried to compare the notes. They have similar notes, but this one, depending on who you look at, like on Bond No.9's website, it only lists 10 notes, but from my understanding, they got a few more notes in here that's slightly in here, not used that much. Like the hazelnut, but you can really smell that hazelnut on the dry down. Slightly on the opening, but really on the dry down. For those who don't know, this is Bond No.9 New York Nights. All right, another unisex fragrance. Also, you got the Bond No.9 Tribeca. Okay, this is what that smells like to me. A mixture of both of these. If you like this, and you like this, or if you like this or this definitely would be something you want to get your nose on. If you love one of these, either or, I ain't gonna say definitely, but more than likely, you would like this Chelsea Knights. Now, a little bit background for the Chelsea Knights. It was created by, I don't want to butcher the dude's name, but Miroslav Petrov. Believe he's a Russian dude. He's the nose behind this and the creator behind this. I could have created this with just spray some Tribeca and then come back a couple hours later and spray some New York Nights on it. No, but if you own New York Nights and Tribeca, you probably won't need this, right? In my opinion, right? This really smells like the dry down of Tribeca in the opening of New York Nights, right? But it has a vanilla note on it on the dry down that I really, really, really like. After it's dry down 6-7 hours in, like it has a nice vanilla note. You can still smell some hazelnut and vanilla, which makes this a gourmand fragrance. And it's a gourmand fragrance that I really like. I wanted to get a hold of this, like I said, after I brought it home and smelled it, but I couldn't quite pull the trigger on it, with it being $460. Right? Yeah, this Bond No.9, they taxing now. You know, we in a recession, Bond No.9. Inflation, it's inflation, man. Y'all can't do that to us. Y'all need to lower them prices, get back into the 300s like the good old days, man. But anyway, I couldn't see myself pulling the trigger on this for $460. So I happened to get an alert scrolling through some stuff, and I had saw this on eBay. Somebody was selling a tester, and they were selling it for $189. And I remember I liked it, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. So I bought it. It was like $200 with tax and shipping, probably like $215, some crap like that. $215, I think, with tax and shipping. So you can find this under retail. Like normally it's around $250 to $300 under retail. Like that's what I was seeing. And that's why it took me a couple months to get it. I just couldn't see myself spending $500 on this fragrance when it reminded me of New York Nights and Tribeca. I wasn't going to spend $500 for something I basically already had. If you have New York Nights and Tribeca, you wouldn't need this, I don't think. If you just have one, I would say you might want to add this. If you're a collector, definitely grab this. But this is not a blind buy, one of those blind buys as far as like, don't worry about it. You gonna love it. Like, go ahead and get your nose on it. Go to Saks, try it out. Get a decant for a friend, something like that. Little sprays, you know, Bond No.9. You can request them. They might send them to you for free. Actually, they'll ship them to you. Well, maybe because I got a repertoire with them, I can get them like the little fragrance things. But they're pretty cool sometimes, and they will ship some out for. I ain't trying to get nobody in trouble, but they will ship the little trials. Y'all know the little tubes I'm talking about. They will ship them out for free, and you can request a couple of fragrances, and they will ship them, especially if they think you're a serious buyer or know you're a serious buyer. What I want to talk about next? Price point for $460. It's something like, oh, longevity and projection. The longevity of this gave me 10 hours, right? I done had this a couple weeks. I done played with it a couple weeks. Longevity around 10 hours. So it gives you a nice long scent. And like I said, it go through the dry down is really nice, and that's hour 7, 8, 9. You got that nice little vanilla and mocha still on you with the little suede. It smells really nice after like 7, 8 hours. I really, 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 really love the dry down to this fragrance. Projection, you get a nice little projection nice little bubble projection. It ain't overbearing like Ude New York or New York Amber. Right, it's kind of a nice New York Nights. It reminds me of New York Nights. So you get a nice little bubble, but it ain't gonna knock nobody out. You can wear this to work, but even though you can wear this to work, in my opinion, this is a club fragrance, and I'm in the club shaking ski and all that sexy red club. No, I mean, like, this is a sophisticated nightclub fragrance, right? You could wear this out to a sophisticated night event, okay, if that makes any sense. They named it Chelsea Nights, and like y'all, I said it was a zesty fragrance. People who know about New York know that Chelsea is a portion of Manhattan. It's known for and I'm not trying to, before I say this disclaimer, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but Chelsea is known for the LGBTQ community. Hopefully I ain't butchered them letters, but that's what Chelsea area is known for. And I think they really embodied that area, the club, the night scene in this bottle, right? And I don't want the fellas to get scared when I say this, but I ain't trying to scare y'all away. This is a nice, zesty bottle of cologne, all right? And I don't mean that in a negative way. I mean, it's spicy. It's outgoing. It's spicy. It's exotic. It's nightclub, but not the shake your booty up nightclub. Just like techno nightclub, like where bam, a wealthy person's nightclub, right? Not your hole in the wall hood bar, nothing like that. This is a wealthy person's nightclub type fragrance to me. Okay, this is a winner. When Mr. Petrov, I'm probably butchering his name, but when Mr. Petrov sat down to make this, and he wanted to embody it of the Chelsea neighborhood, I think he did a hell of a job embodying that into a fragrance. Okay, we got longevity. What am I missing? I know I'm missing something, y'all. I don't know. I think that's pretty much all I got for Chelsea Nights. Do I dig it? Yes. I give it a 7 out of 10, 7.5 out of 10. I've been telling V about this one for a couple months since I first smelled it, and she told me she was gonna get it for me. She was gonna get it for me as a birthday present, and my birthday is several months down the line. So V, you gonna have to get something else for me. I'm flying out to see her later this month, and I'm gonna take this with me because I've been telling her about it, and she said she want to smell it. I got a feeling, y'all, that this ain't coming back. Right? I'm either have to get another one or I had to just chop it up to the game. But I'm gonna take this down south when I go to see her, and I have a strong sense that this one ain't coming back with me, y'all. But that's all I got for my review of Bond No.9 New York Nights. I've been talking too long already. I'm pushing 20 minutes. How does this always happen? I came here, I'm like, all right, this is going to be a 10-minute review, and I'm out, right? I've been trying to cut my reviews down, but I get to run in my mouth, you know. But anyway, that's all I got for Chelsea Nights. 7.5 out of 10. Longevity is nice. Projection is nice. The only complaint I got as a man, from a man's point of view, is the opening, right? It reminds me of, it's a little zesty. It's a little zesty, so it's not a manly man fragrance. But as a man, you could definitely rock this, and even though it's a zesty fragrance, I like it. I don't give a how anybody feel about it. But go get your nose on it first, because I wouldn't recommend anybody spending $460 for a fragrance you can't wear every day. And as a man, and I understand it, like 92% of my followers are males. So fellas, I couldn't recommend that you chump up $500 for this fragrance unless you got it like that. You know, I know y'all ballers out there, unless you got it like that. But get your nose on it first. If you don't have New York Nights or Tribeca, you could kill two birds with one stone with this right here. All right, you could kill two birds with one stone. Think about that, fellas. If you've been wanting to get your hands on New York Nights, or you've been wanting to get your hands on Tribeca, this right here, you can kill two birds with one stone. But that's all I got. Struggle Streaming with BK. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell icon. I drop a couple videos a week, 3 or 4 videos a week, and that notification will let you know when I drop another one. That's pretty much all I got. I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Y'all be safe out there. Peace.
About what you know about love. What you know about love. What you know about love. What you know. Hella dizzy from the ups and the downs and the rounds and rounds.